everyone. RBG Kim Kid here, back with some more 100 Line Last Defense Academy. In the previous video, we start off this killing game that is made by Sponsor. Good old Sponsor. He's showing up and sponsoring all over the place. But yes, we have... It's very questionable what's going on now. I'm wondering what's going to happen. We got the rules and everything. We're teamed up with Yagumo during the game. And now we're teaming with Hiroko outside of the game to try to stop it, to make sure that no one else dies, because someone died in the previous video. I'm not going to tell you who it is if you didn't watch the video. So yes, who died? Who lives? And who will die again or next if there is death? Let's go and find out, because we're continuing onward. Day 28. Alliance. Sure, sign me up. Yagumo agreed to join the anti-sponsor alliance so readily I almost felt disappointed. That's it? You're not going to think about it a little more? We're going up against someone virtually invincible, you know. It's a risky gamble that may very well end in our own deaths. Same amount of risk we're facing if we continue playing this game, right? We may not end up in last place in the first round, but what about the second? What about the third, the fourth, and so on? We'd be completely worn out by then. Would we be able to drive away any commanders who chose to launch an attack during that time? Either way, our strength will slowly be sapped away. Exactly. None of the others have noticed yet, but we're standing at a crossroads of destiny right now. Either we break free of the situation, either by defeating the sponsor, or get slowly tortured to death as the game drags on. So you can imagine how grateful I am to Hiroko for taking the lead in revolting against the status quo. The thing is, his expression darkened. I have one major cause of concern with this alliance. What's that? Hiroko's current teammate, Darumi. She's made no secret of how much she loves killing games. Hard to believe she'd be sympathetic to our quest to put an end to this game. You know what I mean? Hiroko will find a clever way to hide it from her or something. She said as much last night. I was about to say, but what does Darumi think about this plan? Killing a sponsor to end the game. She may get mad because she loves her killing games so much. I'm keeping this secret from her. She's merely my in-game partner, that's all. I was never going to let her join the anti-sponsor alliance. Incomprehensible. Why even bother teaming up with her in the first place? I'm sure she has her reasons, and she won't reveal even if we pressed. Yes, femme fatale. Thy name is Hiroko. Not that I approve of allies keeping secrets from each other. Speak up for yourself. Point taken. We'll put Darumi on the back burner for now. So what exactly are we expected to do? Good question. Our top priority is to earn as many points as possible. The plan immediately falls apart if anyone in this alliance gets executed in the first round. Stay in a rank that safeguards you from that outcome. Understood. Safety first. Basically focus on the hunt in the morning and anti-sponsor alliance activities in the afternoon. The role in the alliance is... I want the autonomy and abilities of this bee to be thoroughly analyzed. This will primarily be Yagumo's job, since he's so good at dissection. I'm very curious where this line goes if I choose not to align with him. Good? You mean fabulous? I'm dying to get my hands on those bee remains already. By the way, what's your role? Takumi, I want you to investigate the identity of the sponsor. Focus on whatever they're an invader or not. How exactly I'm going to do that? Look up books in the library or something. Horses of courses and all that jazz, right? Best person to ask about invaders will be an invader herself. So Ava then. Yeah, Hiroko passed me the key to the cage in the courtyard and said she'll leave the interrogation to me. You think she'll be cooperative? She's a former commander we captured and imprisoned. I doubt she'll betray her companion so easily. I know. Let me tag along. I'm quite the killer torturer if I do say so myself. No, you stay far far away from her. Wipe that drool off your face. It wasn't easy for me to build some semblance of a friendly relationship with Ava. I wasn't able to let this lunatic flush that down the proverbial toilet. Acknowledged. I'll follow Hiroko's general direction as instructed. That means going out there to earn some Invader points right now. You ready, Takumi?
Yeah!
Yeah, ready when you are. We took out our weapons and went about attacking the invaders loitering in the ruins. We gotta give her helmet back. I applied Yugama's advice from yesterday and treated the killings as mundane work. With my sword quietly. Oh, did we not do any more fighting? And bring it down nonchalantly. It's just work, I keep repeating myself in my head. Detach yourself. It's just work. Detach yourself. It's just work. It's just work. So no more fighting. Oh well, I'm actually somewhat okay with that. No, that sponsor isn't one of us. When I asked Ava about the sponsor's identity, she flatly rejected the possibility of them being an invader. Absolutely impossible. I can stake my life on it. You must have solid proof to be so sure. The proof is in the strangeness of their abilities. If they were truly one of our ilk, they wouldn't be using blood-sucking bees to fight. What do you mean? Bees are taboo in your religion or something? Not the bees. The blood-sucking. The absorption of divine blood is strictly prohibited in our commandments. Divine blood? You mean the cryptoglobin running in our veins? Absorbing cryptoglobin is prohibited. That reminded me of something similar I heard during my previous 100 days. Hemoanima or cryptoglobin, was it? Absorbing cryptoglobin is a taboo of the highest order. Which proved that the sponsor of this game couldn't have been an invader since they absorbed Kurara's cryptoglobin. First of all, if the hosts were one of us, why would they organize a game to hunt down their own kind?
Huh?
Yeah, good point. It makes sense for an invader to urge the enemy to hunt down other invaders. However, this did complicate matters. The sponsors neither special defense unit nor party school invader. Did that mean they were an unknown third party? No, it means it's probably going to end up being like this. It's either going to end up being Takumi, Ado, or someone else. Okay, the possibilities are pretty much endless. Someone from the other dimension, because we 100% came to this dimension during the... Here, you know what? I'll just show you here. Does it tell me what chapter I am on? Oh my gosh, it has death. Okay, it does tell me like chapters A's and all that stuff, so. Zoom out. Oh, there's only zoom in. Okay. So here we go. So this is killing Ado, right? Oh no, that's the... Okay, well, actually this works out better. So down here... I think it was... Because this is the Kiss Hiroko one. So I think it was either this day or this day. So it was either day 3 or day 4 when we went up here to the school. So it might have been day 3 then. It's hilarious that Ao isn't dead during here because this is still day 2 before his death. So it must have been day 4 or even day 5 because... Yeah. And that's where things spiraled out of control. And then we went to day... This is to stay at the school. Or, not leave the school. And Gaku died, and then we were in a coma. We had a fight in another coma. Then we're here, and now we're at this spot. So this is chapter 15. So it's chapter 15O. Up there would be chapter 15B. And now this is chapter 15A, O25. Oh, that's probably day 25. By the way, Takumi, if you don't mind me asking, where's my fucking mask? Ava suddenly changed the subject. Remember that favor I asked the other day? Did you bring it for me? Bring What? No, my mask. You promised me you'd return it to me. Alright, she did ask me for a mask a while back. Please return my mask to me.
Huh?
Your mask? The mask I was wearing on the battlefield. Many people highly value our masks. We consider them a part of us. The mask was really important to her. So I'd like to give it back to her right now. Sorry, Ava. I'm gonna have to go back on that promise. I have to bury your face for a little while longer. Why? Why are you being so mean to me? She grabbed hold of the cage bars as she protested, tears welling up in her eyes. Exposing our plain faces as an embarrassment as walking around outside without clothing. Oh, do you enjoy humiliating me so much? This is prisoner abuse. Wait, calm down. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just the timing's not right. What do you mean the timing's not right? The mask is a symbol of your identity as a commander, right? Reina will make everyone realize that you're also a target of the Invader hunt. As a commander, Ava was most likely one of the targets of this game. Yes, but she's in the school, so the points won't matter. And you have the key, so it doesn't matter. Her death would likely result in a lot of points. If anyone realized that, she was bound to be murdered sooner or later.
Hey!
I can't give you back your mask in order to keep you safe, that's all. I can't protect myself. I'm not known as a hero among my people for nothing. You can't use any of your powers when you're inside this prison. You'd be like a sitting duck. But you have to just accept it. I'm not about to sit around and watch you get killed. You're not getting your mask back no matter what. At least until we're done with him. Ava looked eerily unconvinced and seemed like she was about to protest again, but this is awful. She sighed deeply in what sounded like resignation to me. Hey, cheer up. Once the game is over, you can have your mask back, okay? A maskless life isn't that bad once in a while, see? No risk of heat damage to your face. I'm very sorry. She ignored my encouragements and apologies in favor of glaring at me through half-lit eyes.
You're so useless. Can't even fetch a simple mask for me?
Yeah.
Huh? I've been imagining things. Did you just whisper something really out of character for her? Ava, sorry, could you repeat that again? Did you calling me useless? Do you have a problem with me speaking the truth now? I can go on, you know.
Takumi's a gibbering idiot, the enemy of all maidenkind, downright pervert. I'll sue you for prisoner abuse one day.
Damn! She called you maidenless, Takumi. You've had done a complete about face. What could have transformed that sweet, docile lady from just now into the sharp-tongued witch? I'm guessing these are your true colors, huh? Yes, I'm done playing nice. I know I won't get anything out of you. This is just the pits of the pits. After all that hard work, I didn't even get to see a glimpse of my mask. Why don't you just give it back already? Shock of not being able to get her mask back made Ava burst into tears. She had been putting on an act all this time. I was astonished by the fact and annoyed by her hurtful accusations, but... What am I supposed to do now? Couldn't muster up the anger to chide her as she wept sadly. She was likely mentally strained from the stress of being held in the middle of an enemy stronghold. No wonder everyone hates me. I quietly left the courtyard as to not aggravate Ava any further. After that, I returned to my room and organized the information I've gotten out of Ava in a notebook. And then once night fell. Ding dong, bing bong. Howdy, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay.
Howdy, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Bedtime announcement played. By rights, we should all be turning off the lights and jumping into bed right now, but the alliance meeting shall now begin. We'll take turns to share our finds of the day with each other. I have been decided that the anti-sponsor alliance will be holding nightly meetings in my room and exchanging information starting from tonight. You start first, Takumi. Learn anything new about the identity of the sponsor? Yes. According to what Ava told me, I shared the results of my investigation with everyone. About how the bee could not have been a weapon of an invader. The blood-sucking was taboo to the invaders, so the sponsor couldn't have been one since they sucked Kurara's blood. In conclusion, it's quite likely the sponsor is an unknown third party unrelated to us or the school invaders. That's all from me. I'm already having enough trouble with the invaders, and now there's a third party? This is highly displeasing. Be that as it may, I must commend you for a job well done. That was remarkable work for a person of your intelligence. Also, should you know about leap suits, or is this a whole weird thing where the Kurara from the other timeline knows about, but for whatever reason you don't? I don't know. There's something weird that goes on with Hiroko. I don't know why I said Kurara. I meant Hiroko. So, thanks, but can I get something other than a backhanded compliment once in a while? I'll work on it if I feel like it. So that's a no. Allow me to go next. After dismembering the dead bee and investigating its anatomy, I made several discoveries. First of all, the bee was modeled after a type of parasitic wasp. Is it that wasp that's in Australia? A horrible species that paralyzes the bodies of butterflies, larvae, and feeds off their innards. It sounds like that wasp type bee from fucking Australia. Basically, that bee was simply a scaled up version of a parasitic wasp. There's just one major difference between this bee and an actual parasitic wasp. Bees and hornets usually use their stingers to inject poison into an enemy's body. This giant bee, however, uses it to suck stuff out. Like a blood-collecting device of sorts. It looks more like a mosquito stinger. We all saw the bee use it to suck blood out of Kurara. Yes, and she was drained in a few seconds. A testament to the strength of its suction. But it does bring up another question. The body of the bee was nowhere to store the blood it sucked. So where did Kurara's blood disappear to? Maybe it was warped to another place instantly. It's likely that's what it's happening. Maybe it's designed to transfer all the nutrients it sucks up into the sponsor's stomach. In other words, the sponsor's using the bees to consume cryptoglobin. Just a hypothesis. If it turned out to be true, it would mean the sponsor absorbed Kurara's blood. Thought my friend's blood being used as food sparked an intense rage within me. And that's all I've got. Let's see what Hiroko has to say now. Any progress on that suit the sponsor's wearing? Yes, I'd venture to say there's been some major progress. Much more than I initially expected. I may be able to get my hands on a spare suit worn by the sponsor in the very near future. There's a spare suit? Yes, I've also pinpointed its location. All that's left is to refine the coordinates. Hiroko previously said the sponsor's invincibility came from that suit. If we could secure something similar, wouldn't that make us invincible as well? Where's the spare? We can look for it together. No, that won't work. I'll search for it myself. Why? 3 sets of eyes are faster than one, right? Because I'm the only one who can find that place. Something terrible beyond all imagination may happen if someone other than me discovered it. So don't even try, understand? Her assertive tone made it clear that there would be no further discussion on the matter. Something that could cause the usually placid Hiroko to get so worked up had to be extraordinary. Okay, I'll respect your wishes, even if I don't understand them. It's for the best. Moving on, what's the plan for tomorrow and beyond? I need you two to continue research. We're having a dire lack of good information right now. Don't forget to keep earning points in the game as well. Stay in 6th place or higher. Also, avoid situations that may end up with you dying to mere minions. As usual, but going with safety first. If you accidentally die, I'll bring you back to life and kill you myself, Takumi. Why only me? Because if anyone will screw up, it's you. I'll be fine. Yugamu's with me, and I'm not that bad of a fighter myself. You should be watching out for yourself. You were the first to die last time. Please, are you talking to me? I'm much stronger than the Hiroko Union. Darumi and I can take out a commander or two by ourselves. Darumi, Yugamu's expression darkened at that. Hiroko, I just don't get it. Why would you team up with Darumi of all people? I'll be brutally honest. The fact that you're a team doesn't sit right with me. She loves her killing games. Can't imagine she won't at least try to sabotage our work if she ever finds out about it. Rest assured that she'll never find out. She's just my in-game partner. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm talking about what is right now. You can't guarantee that it won't happen. You already ought to dissolve your partnership with her. No, I'm not letting her out of my sight. She has an important role to play as well. Which is... I can't tell you. Why not? Shouldn't allies share as much information with each other as possible? Takumi continued to question Hiroko about her reason for teaming with Darumi, but she kept quiet throughout. The alliance meeting ended on a slightly sour note because of that. Oh well. It is what it is, what it is, what it is. It had been 4 days since the game started, and I had gone used to fighting outside the academy. I would wander around town quietly in search of invaders and strike them down using as little energy as possible. Detach yourself. It's just work. It's just work. Detach yourself. Slash, slash. It's just... take their... Okay, that's new. Take their lives. Detach yourself. It's just work. Nice. Seems like pretty good form today. I would end up in last place in the first round if I kept this up. But it's going to be Shoma. Shoma hasn't been out at all. Sure, my survival alone was enough to put me at ease. The multiple goal of the anti-sponsor alliance was to put an end to this game by killing the sponsor. What was the sponsor hoping to achieve by making us do this? I couldn't get that one thought out of my mind as I cut down Invader after another. The way the sponsor and Sirei were similar. Both were trying to make us fight invaders. Except Sirei never ordered us to fight outside the academy. It was insisted we fought on the academy grounds. On the other hand, the rules laid down by the sponsor basically forbade us from doing so. They're designed to make us fight outside. Why was the sponsor so determined to make us fight out here? Do they not want us using the revival magic? Dying outside meant our dead bodies can't be revived. Was that the sponsor's objective? To ensure that anyone who died would stay dead? Hey Takumi, when did your hands go on vacation? I showed back to reality by Yugamu's teasing. Sorry, just thinking about something. It's dangerous to think and kill at the same time. There's a fine line between familiarity and carelessness. Keep your mind on the hunt for now. Don't forget that Hiroko warned you last night about getting killed. Right. Sorry about that. I reinforced my mind on the task at hand. With my sword in hand, my mind cleared. I resumed the work of hunting down invaders. Takumi and I then spent the better part of that morning killing together. We returned to the academy a little past noon and immediately made our way to the leisure lounge. I think it's literally the exact... Oh no, Moko's above me. Yeah, Darumi and Hiroko have stayed the same. Moko's now in 3rd. I'm in 4th. Yugamu's in 6th. Tsubasa's in 5th. Yeah, I think everyone else is in the same spot. Obviously, Shoma is in last because I don't think he's killed anyone. Then we checked on the latest rankings.
I'm in 4th place, and Yugamu's in 6th.
Position had slipped from the first day, but we were still within the top bracket. Since it was already the 4th day, it was unlikely we would tumble all the way to the bottom this round unless something catastrophic happened.
Shoma's currently in last place.
I told myself not to look at the other positions, but my eyes naturally drifted to the last spot. Speaking of leadership board positions...
Tsubasa's is surprisingly high.
She was clearly holding her teammates back yesterday. It wasn't yesterday, wasn't it the day before? Don't have to mind me. Go on and get more points for yourselves. Tsubasa, you promised not to say that anymore. Looking out for one another is what teammates do. No wrestler with their solo bands or tag partners get ahead in the match. She's likely benefiting from the point sharing system. Point sharing system? What? You haven't noticed? There's no way to earn points in this game without killing any invaders yourself. Gamma took out a notepad and started drawing some sort of diagram on it. Let's say, for example, a 10-point enemy appeared in front of you. You kill that enemy by yourself, you gain 10 whole points. But if I help you in that fight, I gain a percentage of those 10 points. Could be a 50-50 or 80-20 split, depending on the situation. It all hinges on how much each person contributed to the fight. Simply joining the fight earns you at least 10% of the points. Tsubasa's Hemoanima is very versatile, so I'm sure she's earning points by supporting the others. So each member of the team gets some credit as long as they work together, like in sports. A strange but fitting comparison. Weaker players earn more points by forcing their efforts on supporting others. Stronger players gain support by offering to share points with those who do. This game may not be about pure combat prowess, but how well we work together. We're being tested on our teamwork. In a killing game? Killing game usually pits participants against each other, but the rules for this one clearly lent itself to fostering teamwork. Had this been implemented to adjust the difficulty of the game or to our level? Or did the sponsor have some ulterior motive? I returned to my room and I'm able to quench the inscrutable wave of nausea threatening to bowl me over. What should I do this afternoon? I was in my room trying to figure out what to do in the time I had before the nightly meeting. My role in the anti-sponsor alliance was to find out the identity of the sponsor, but it's not as easy as it sounds. I felt like I needed clear direction. Like, where was I supposed to even start? If only I had a hint of some sort to help me get the ball rolling. I suppose I'll just have to ask around. Ask around for information would be the best way to find clues that might shed more light on the matter. Ask around. Yes, that's what I'll be doing today. The others would surely be shocked to see the most unpopular guy in school right now approaching them out of the blue. I can't just hold up in my room all day without at least trying something. See myself before dashing out of the room. Oh, Tsubasa's in here. Takumi. Tsubasa lowered her eyes awkwardly when I called out to her. Sorry for banning you the other day. Did everything turn out alright after that? Yeah, I managed to walk away with my life somehow. Yugamu and I are a team now. Just glad you're safe. I don't want to see any more of my friends dying. No, that means Shon was in trouble for the first round, huh? Why? He's not taking part in the game at all. Takamaru's been pulling out all the stops to invite him, but he refused to even leave his room. See, Shon was probably going to be the first to die if things continue like this. We could save him if we took down the sponsor before that happened. Tsubasa, do you happen to know anything about the sponsor? I'm trying to find out their true identity. That's a question I'd like to answer myself. Why didn't they show up and make us take part in this killing game? None of it makes any sense. Oh boy, it's gonna be fun talking to Ava again. Why don't I just help? Yeah, why am I walking to the place? I should just teleport to the rooms. Why am I doing that? This is bliss!
Yeah.
Whoa, who just shouted? It's I, Darumi, and I'm shouting because this is the happiest I've ever been. Killing game, check. Mr. Kuroko's lapdog, check. Killing and killing and killing every day and night, check, check, and check. Yeah, Mr. Siroko's loyal lapdog in a killing game. What else does a person need to be happy in life? Just thinking about how I'm gonna wring the innards out of those invaders tomorrow releases so much endorphins into my brain. I may just pass out from the sheer pleasure. Yo. Romeo enjoying the current situation with every fiber of her being. Still can't understand why Hiroko would team up with someone like that. Just let it be. Hey. Friends? How's it, Hanan? Do not speak to me as if we were friends. I will never, ever forgive you for sending Lady Carrara to her dismal death. Be gone, accursed Grim Reaper, and give Lady Carrara back to me. Calm down, Koishika. I'm sorry, Takumi, but Koishika's still very angry about what happened, so... I knew I wasn't popular, but actually having such vitriol spewed directly in my face was a sombering experience. Thanks, you guys. You're my real friends. Ava was in her cell, looking as dejected as I left her. She was clearly still angst at not being able to get her mask back. Why was that even an option? The twins are nowhere to be seen either. Is there anyone else we're missing? No, talk to Tsubasa. I mean, obviously Yugamu and Hiroko don't have no means to talk to. Hey, Takamaru, can I have a minute? Gather information about the sponsor right now and... Sorry, man. I ain't got nothing to say to you. Just bad luck these days. Everything you touch turns to ashes. Bad luck, huh? It's part of being the school jinx, I guess. Keep hitting the wrong button. I keep hitting Y when I mean X. Info on the sponsor's identity. Oh man, are you investigating that too? Too? As in you're also looking into this? You bet. I haven't tried to film a day in the life documentary of the sponsor some time ago. Day in the life? First I made a camera with the Grift-O-Matic, and I tailed the sponsor around for 24 hours. That way if they ever reveal their face during that time, we'd catch it on film, right? And did you? Oh, I wish. It climbed to that spacesuit like it was the championship belt itself. How is it possible to carry out any sort of daily routine with that suit on? What about food? Oh, the sponsor doesn't eat. Doesn't eat? Yeah, never saw him eat or sleep even once. Just kept buzzing out orders to their B underlings day in, day out. Sponsor can stay active for 24 hours without any food or just sleep? Sounded unbelievable to me, but Moko wasn't the type to tell tall tales. We're dealing with a real main event headliner here. Better be ready for a Royal Rumble if you're trying to unveil their real identity. It wasn't capitalized, so it's not copywritten. Okay, I've collected quite a bit of information. Learned a lot and was glad I mustered up the courage to talk to everyone. Did you really learn a lot, though? Because I feel like you didn't learn shit. After putting the information down in a notebook, I prepared for the nightly meeting. Dom bam bam. At ease, soldiers, it's time to hit the hay.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then.
Good night.
Good night.
Crap, I forgot I had that on. I was trying to sneeze, I forgot I had the auto vents on. It's time for us to gather and report on the day's findings. So, now we know it's highly possible the sponsor doesn't eat or sleep. And still manages to be so powerful. They should just quit sponsoring killing games and go make a killing in the business world itself. Who wouldn't be impressed by a corporate soldier who can work all day and night? This is neither the time nor a place to be joking around. It's precisely the time and place to be funny. Morbid humans the best way to deal with morbid situations. That's just how strong the enemy we're up against is. Right, Hiroko? This sponsor person is an enigma. Stays active for 24 hours without any sort of nutrial replenishment. Are we dealing with a robot? We can't rule out that possibility considering what little we know of their identity. Be that as it may, I must commend you for a job well done. That was remarkable work for a person of your intelligence. Thanks, but can I get something other than a backhanded compliment once in a while? Deja vu, I feel like I've been in this place before. Is that a joke? It must be. Your entire existence is one. Well, aren't you something yourself? Allow me to share my additional findings on the bee's autonomy next. I got down to business today by dismembering the bee to its smallest parts. Some interesting truths were uncovered as a result. Despite a tough and grandiose appearance, it doesn't quite have the hardiness to match. The joints snap out of place if you even look at them wrong, and the stinger comes off without much effort as well. It's as fragile as life itself. But it can't be so weak. Those bees killed Kurara just like it was nothing. Their bonds were likely enhanced by some supernatural means when they were still alive. Supernatural, in other words, Hemoanima. The ability to move around without needing to eat or rest. Hemoanima enhanced bees? The more we try to pry into the sponsor's business, the more of the uncanny strengths we seem to discover. But none of these prove that the sponsor themselves was impossible to defeat. We could just find a way to get them out of that invincibility suit. Last but not least, let's hear what Hiroko has to tell us. Did you find that spare suit you talked about? Yes, I pinpointed the location yesterday. If all goes well, I should be able to get my hands on the suit by tomorrow. Really? I honestly wasn't expecting to find it so soon either. Once we actually have it, uncovering a weakness or two should be trivial work. Unfortunately for the sponsor, their Invader hunt is about to draw to a permanent close. And to the end of the abominable Invader hunt seemed like a dream. Hiroko seemed confident the odds were in our favor. Anything would do to help you secure the spacesuit. Quite a lot, in fact. I'd venture to say I couldn't possibly recover the suit without your help. The suit is located somewhere to the south of this campus. Actually, getting the suit is going to be the easy part. The thing is, if the bees flying around find out what we're doing, all our efforts will go down the drain. Because then the sponsor will realize what we're up to. That's why we're going to need a little bit of creative prep work to hoodwink those roaming bees. With that preference, Hiroko shared with us a brief outline of her plan. Our operation commences at 7 a.m. tomorrow. The three of us here plus Darumi will head south to the direction of town. Once we're somewhere in the vicinity of this area, we'll start hunting down invaders. As we do, we'll destroy the ruins around there in the flashiest way possible, picking up as much dirt, dust, and ash as we can. I'll use the sudden drop in visibility as camouflage to secretly move to the place where the spare suit without being discovered by the bees. We'll meet up once I find the suit, and rush back to school to examine it until we can discover its weaknesses. After he has to turn it in a way to destroy the invincibility suit, it's showtime with the sponsor. Roko's plan was simple but bold. She would absolutely end everything tomorrow if circumstances were allowed, both the Invader hunt and the sponsor themselves. Will you help me, Takumi and Yugamu? Nurse plea for help from Hiroko without her usual barbs was a straight yes for me. I nodded vigorously. Of course I'll help. Let's get that suit and bring down the sponsor to get... I'm against the plan. I won't be joining it. What's gotten into you, Yugamu? Is there something wrong with the plan? Nothing wrong with the plan per se. What's wrong is one of the participants. Hiroko, why are you letting Darumi join the operation tomorrow? You've been insisting all this time she's nothing but your in-game partner, not a member of the anti-sponsor alliance. She's very strong. She'll be useful in combat. That's nice, but what guarantee is there she won't turn around and slit our throats after learning the plan? She's lives and breathes killing games. I can already picture her lunging at us in unrestricted anger when she finds out we're trying to put an end to her beloved game. You're overthinking this. She'll be too engrossed in the game to even notice what we're doing. That's my point, see? It's counterproductive to let someone so engrossed with killing games into our confidence. I disagree. I'm bringing her along tomorrow by hook or by crook. I have my reasons. Oh, such as... Discussion was leading nowhere. Neither Hiroko nor Yugamu seemed willing to compromise. Tomorrow's operation would be aborted if we didn't find a way to break the stalemate. I have to do something. Afraid I have to take Yugamu's side this time, Hiroko. We're putting our lives on the line tomorrow. Yet at the same time, you're trying to involve someone outside the Alliance. Can't blame us for feeling hesitant. Even you think so? She averted her eyes a bit on her lips. Fine. I won't ask for your help anymore. I'll get the suit myself. Hold on. I'm not finding fault with you or anything. I reached out quickly and grabbed Hiroko's hands before she could leave the room. We understand you have secrets you can't fully share with us. And we know you have your reasons. But can't you at least tell us something? It has to be something out of the ordinary, right? You're not the type to insist on doing things your way for mere selfish reasons. And how are you so sure I'm not? Because you trusted me, so I trust you too. Hiroko trusted me and brought me out when everyone else was shunning me and calling me a jinx. If she needed help, I wanted to do everything in my power to help her. I quietly pleaded with Hiroko while intensely staring at her in the eyes, praying hard that she would trust and lean on me. And then... it was a sigh of resignation. The trouble with your generic face is how it completely disarms me when you're spouting the occasional hero-like rhetoric. Very well, we will have a full explanation on why I must bring Darumi along. Really? Yes, but not here, outside. I'll be waiting for you on the roof. Come alone. With that, she exited the room, but her wanting to meet with me alone would mean... Oh, for the love of murder. I'm the outcast now, eh? Oh boy! Time for the decision to kiss Hiroko, yes or no, again. And if I hit yes, all of a sudden this killing game turns into another love connection game. I don't mind. Go ahead, Takumi. I'll be right here, keeping your bed warm for you until you return. Yeah, thanks. I'll be right back after I hear what she has to say. Also, don't touch my bed. No promises. Please promise. I left Yugamu behind in my room and went out to the roof. I swear to God if she's on the ledge again. Huh? Hiroko? Didn't see Hiroko on the roof, even though she said she'd be waiting for me here. Unless she went back to her room. Over here, Takumi. Why am I standing? Oh my God. Fuck! No! 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 I turned towards the direction of the voice and saw Hiroko seated on the ledge. Not this again. She was staring intently at something. I followed her gaze and... there's the artificial satellite floating in the night sky.
Do you long to see the people living there again?
Her question was sudden and unexpected.
Of course I do. That's what I'm fighting so hard for.
What I keep fighting for?
Yes, you would be right. We're all fighting here because there are people we want to see again. We'll be able to go back to them after this war ends. That's what motivates us to keep going. In other words, that's why we're so determined not to die here. However, Darumi has none of that. She's got nowhere to return to.
Oh.
Nowhere? Surely she has family who can take her in.
Not all families are worth going back to. Not that I expect you to understand.
I mean, she mentioned in the Zero route how, like, her brother would, like, beat her up or whatever. Granted, couldn't tell if it was joking or not, but how some of the stuff she's been talking about here is like, oh, she was right. Didn't understand. How could I? It's my cherished dream to be surrounded by my parents and Kurara at the dinner... Karua at the dinner table again someday. I hate the fact that her name and Kurara's name are similar.
Do you know why Darumi is so enamored with killing games?
No?
It's very simple. She grew up in an environment that was like a killing game in itself.
Her father was Kodaka.
If she'd let her
No,
guard
Ichikochi.
down,
Fuck.
even for a brief moment, she'd be abused by her parents or teachers.
Okay, that was a bad joke. I shouldn't have made that joke.
Punishment awaited her at every turn for no reason other than the adults in her life having a bad day. None of the grown-ups who were supposed to be looking out for her reached out to help in her time of need. You see? Just like a killing game, right?
Wow. Okay, I'm actually really happy that this is giving us some more in-depth feel to Darumi's character. Because I'll be honest, while I feel like we've been lacking in majority of characters' development or motivations or anything like that at all during Zero route, we did kind of learn more about. But Darumi's her route has always been just a straight up, I want to be in a killing game. I want to die. I want to do this, that, and that. Like nothing else ever like came out. But now we finally are in a route that like is giving us some kind of indication of what's going on. I kind of like it. I had an inkling Darumi may not have come from the best of family environments. I had no idea it was that bad. Not surprised leeching off someone else without ever giving anything back and abusing them on top of that. Sounds like my scumbag brother. Yeah, this is the line I was talking about earlier. Right, just like how he ignored all the eviction notices and restraining orders and doubled down on the violence. He goes to see the horse races on Sunday afternoons and beats me when he loses his bets. She wasn't kidding about that.
And when you go through life living like that, you can't help but wonder, why only me?
Yeah. That's understandable.
Why am I the only one suffering like this? Why can't everyone suffer together with me? Young and old, male and female. We should all suffer together. Use up our lives, our very existences, to entertain ourselves through misery.
Oh, the misery. Everyone wants to be my enemy.
That's why she loves her killing game so much. It's the closest thing to her ideal world she can find.
Okay, this actually is starting to lend me to believe that somehow the sponsor is Darumi from an alternate timeline. Somehow. Like, she's from the alternate timeline, and she came over here, and she's like, oh, that's fine. I can have them do a killing game and everything, or whatever. I mean, I had somewhat of a thought of that being the case, but...
So she was being dead serious when she talked about wanting to start a killing game.
Dead and buried 6 feet underground. She would have given her life for it.
What sort of mentality could drive a person to be this desperate for a killing game to begin?
Her wish to see the whole world turn into a killing game was never going to come true under normal circumstances. But as fate decreed, that wish somehow actually did come true.
When the sponsor showed up, the sponsor of the killing game suddenly appeared in midair one day. Darumi must have felt like her childhood dream was finally coming true.
She's on cloud 9 right now, living out a dream that once seemed impossible to achieve. And she intends to die in it, after playing to her heart's content.
Die? Even though her dream finally came true.
Exactly. Now that her dream has come true, she has nothing to live for anymore.
I mean, yeah. She straight up said like she wanted to be like the first one to die too. But it ended up being Kurara, so.
She didn't look like someone who wanted to die, though. The few times I've seen her outside the academy.
In fact, you guys were slaughtering the school invaders together quite enthusiastically. Someone who fought with such wanton abandon in a situation where there was no coming back from death couldn't exactly be mentally sound now, could they? She was right. Someone with normal sensitivities would be a lot more cautious about this. Yeah, she's straight up going out there with
me keeping a
reckless
close
abandon.
eye on her, she'll be running headlong into the largest group of invaders she can find. If I don't keep forcing her to return together, she'll keep on fighting, even past her limits. Even after returning, she always wants to go right back out to continue the hunt. It's not easy for me to keep pulling her back. She's basically committing slow suicide. I can't take my eyes off her for a minute.
Is that why you're so insistent on bringing her along for tomorrow's operation?
I just don't want to leave her alone to her own devices. A short while's fine, but I get the feeling we may be taking a while tomorrow. I have to take her along. If I don't want to come back to a dead Darumi, this whole plan would be pointless if even one person dies.
I was completely dumbfounded. Hiroko was serious about saving everyone's lives. But then again, Hiroko has always been like that, even last time. My primary goal here is to win the war. There's nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. But it's not enough for us to defeat the invaders. All of us have to survive as well. That's what victory means to me. To ensure no one gets left behind or snatching them from the jaws of death, even if it meant taking their place. Her tenacity in this aspect had saved me. I was now saving Darumi. My body trembled involuntarily when I realized the depth of Hiroko's determination. I had to admit, she was the real hero here. I feel bad for Darumi, but this game needs to end. I feel bad for Darumi, but this game needs to end. The sooner the better. She's never going to come to her senses unless she first wakes up from this sham of a dream. I'm begging you here, Takumi. Help me tomorrow. Yeah, of course. How could I possibly turn down a request from this awesome hero stand before me? I'll convince Yugamu to help as well. Can't believe he'll turn us down after I explain the situation to him. First, we'll rampage through the town together tomorrow and put an end to the invader hunt. Both stretched out a hand spontaneously and exchanged a firm and solemn handshake. The only thing going through my mind at this time was what I could do to protect Hiroko's kind-hearted resolve. We work together to defeat the sponsor, and then let's all get to the best day 100 together. Well, how best is it gonna be when 2 of the people are dead? I guess I could say 3 because of Edo, but yeah. But I was too naive. Kind-heartedness had no place on the battlefield. Oh, shit. Because it was Hiroko's kind-heartedness that led her to end up like that. Uh-oh. Oh, the misery.
Kiriko!
She's lying on the ground with blood pouring out of her back. This is a mortal wound. There's no way she could recover from this. The attacker, if I remember correctly, is the...
Squad 3 Commander!
What's the commander doing here? Why is Hiroko lying in a pool of her own blood? Was she defeated by the commander? Nothing was making sense. My mind was in a state of confusion.
How did this happen?
The plan had been proceeding smoothly. We set off early, reached the part of town south of the school, and started doing battle. Using the flashiest skills we had in our arsenal, we hunted down every invader in the area. I was to draw the flying bees' attentions to us. Sometime after the battle began, Hiroko secretly left the area like she had planned in order to secure the spare suit. The bees were struggling to count the points Yagumu and I were ranking up and didn't seem to have noticed her sudden absence. Felt like the plan was actually going to work. All we had to do was wait for Hiroko to return with the suit that would have led us to victory. But then something unexpected happened. I took my eyes off the Rumi, who had been fine with us for only a short while, and she vanished in that moment. Probably got overly excited and decided to expand her hunting territory. I panicked. Hiroko would be heartbroken if anything happened to Rumi. I ran around the vicinity in a desperate attempt to locate her, all the while imploring her in my heart to not do anything reckless that might end up making Hiroko sad. I was praying hard for her safety. Just as I finally caught sight of Darumi on the other side of some rubble, the unthinkable happened. I couldn't make head nor tail of the scene no matter how long or hard I stared at it.
Why? Why? Why is this happening?
Get a hold of yourself, Takumi!
Snapped back to my senses at Yugamu's yelling. Yugamu, who goes down? Most likely by a commander. Yugamu's face twisted into a heartfelt scowl when he turned to look at the commander. That's why I didn't want the Rumi to come along. She's too high profile in a lot of ways. Can't blame the enemy for zeroing in on such an attention-grabbing target on the battlefield. Which the commander attacked Rumi first in this case. And when Hiroko tried to help her, the commander attacked Rumi as she was rampaging around. When Hiroko tried to help, she got struck down instead. What do you do now? How can we save them both? Run away, that's what. The operations failed. We can't just abandon them! There's nothing we can do to turn the tide in this battle. Especially not against a commander. We need to survive so they can carry out Hiroko's will. Gamu's decision was sound. The best outcome we could hope for right now is to avoid all of us dying. But did I really want that? What was the point of surviving if I had to abandon a friend to do it? Ban Hiroko and Darumi to escape and wait for another chance? Or jump in to save them without caring about the consequences? Ooh, fuck. Okay. We are getting way more decisions this time around than we have before. I'm gonna save Darumi. Going to save those two. Better get out of here before the commander notices you. Don't be crazy, Takumi. You won't accomplish anything by dying here. I know. You're absolutely right, but...
You are the Takumi I know. The same kind-hearted Takumi Sumino, with the most disheveled and generic mind, who always puts his friends above himself.
Hiroko's voice actress is amazing. Hiroko's put her trust in me. I want to ban her now. Clear my mind with a battle cry and charge into the fray. Once I reached Hiroko and Darumi, we launched into a painfully one-sided battle against the enemy commander. Oh, hey Takumi. Came to save us, huh? Thanks, brah. Hate to disappoint you after you came all the way here, but we're totally headed for a game over here. Mr. Shiroko already out of action, and I'm basically about to keel over too. Oh, looks like we brought ourselves a one-way ticket to hell! I know we just accepted and all die together. You got energy to talk, you got energy to fight. Take out the weaker enemies first. You got it, boss.
Looks a little it's as bad as I thought, huh? Looks a little dangerous. Yeah! It's too much. Go die in a fire! So close to death. Uh-oh! Dead already!
Say when. There! My turn! Here! Oh, say when. Take that!
Owie! Oh! I wonder how many more can I get? Take that! No good! Get away from me! Boring.
I've got this. Let's do this. Harder. Good to go. Let's go. This should do it. My turn. Yeah. Got. Say when. There. Ready when you are. Here. Good to go. Take this!
2 waves too, huh?
Say when. There! Here we go. My turn. There! All right, let's do this. Ready when you are. Here we go. Here.
Okay. I was about to say, there's what's going on here. He wasn't even doing anything, so. You must get the feeling this commander's just playing with us. He's not even attacking. He's just standing there all menacing like... Guess he knows he doesn't need to get involved directly. Already outnumbered and outclassed. Only have time until they overwhelm us. Damn it! You really are too dumb to live sometimes. Do you really think you could take on a commander with just 2 of you? Kamu, what are you doing here? I told you to run. I'm just making the most logical choice I can. Can't afford to lose you, Takumi. I have no chance of winning the war if we do. That means our only choice is to do something about this guy so we can all get away. Wasn't much of a plan, but at least we had hope now. With 3 of us, we might just be able to pull it off. Let's do this, guys. Give it everything you've got and take him down. So close to death.
I'm good to go. Quite the feeling. I can't wait. Experiment time. Let's get to the killing. How about this? You make a... I can't wait. My turn!
Let's do it to it!
Oh, the roommate's fully healed too.
Hi-ya! Despawn or something! Let's go! Nice! It's killing game time! Stabby, stab, stab! Fine. Okay! Bye-bye!
Say when! Damn it! Let's see you handle this!
Ow.
I'm spent. I'm bursting with power! Ready when you are. Take this! My turn! Got it! I'm good to go. Experiment time! Say when! Yeah!
Let's go!
This isn't good. Stubborn, aren't they? Damn it! Let's see you handle this!
My body!
Shit.
Uh-oh, I'm out of mana!
Retreat! I never thought they'd be this. I'm not finished yet. Stinks, doesn't it? I never thought they'd be this good. This hurts. I won't give in. I'm not finished yet. I'll just
Click
put
on that
this
first.
here.
Looks a little power up! It's as bad as I thought, huh? So close to dead. I totally gotcha!
I won't give in.
Let's go!
I'd hate to disappoint.
Oh, I guess I didn't need to beat it, but close enough.
Back to the front line.
Back to the front line. It's too strong.
He really is just playing with us. An extra fighter or two's not gonna make any difference.
For the love of murder, if he's gonna kill us anyway, he could at least go all out too. Half-assed and it makes the whole thing feel cheap. This is why I hate fighting invaders. Give up. There has to be something we can do.
Nah, dude, we're done. Let's charge in one last time and get blown to smithereens. I always wanted to go out like a bunch of dirty fireworks. Yo!
Hey, nice Dragon Ball reference. I'll have options. Are we gonna die here? Just when it seemed like all hope was lost.
Take my cryptoglobin.
I heard Hiroko's voice, faint and weak, but still determined, on my comm channel. Hiroko, I thought you'd passed out. Never mind that. Chips absorb my cryptoglobin. It's the only way. Absorb your cryptoglobin? What are you talking about? Am I not being clear enough? I want you to kill me. If I'm going to die anyway, you might as well take my power and save yourselves. But you're my friend. I can never kill you. I may die, but you'll still have some hope. You'll still have the spare suit. Use it to figure out the sponsor's secret and defeat them. Kill me so you can survive. You can't be serious. There's no way I can do this. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. Do it now. Take my power and survive. Darumi! Yeah, she wanted Darumi to do it. For a moment, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Darumi had thrust a knife right into Hiroko's back.
Mistress Hiroko! Mistress Hiroko! Your power flowing into me! I can feel you inside me!
Bro, what a fucking stark contrast from the last route we were on, huh? It was all like, oh, let's find love. And now it's, hey, everyone's gonna die. I tried to stop her, but it was too late. As Darumi absorbed more and more of her blood, Hiroko's body began to shrivel and dry up.
Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man! I never felt this kind of energy before. I'm in the zone now. I feel like I could fly. Like I could do anything. Yahoo!
Darumi threw back her head and let out a crazed cry of elation, totally at odds with what had just happened. Don't you realize what you've done, Darumi? You just killed Hiroko. Save the recriminations for later, Takumi. Now that it's reached this point, we have to see it through. But Hiroko is... Darumi's overflowing with power right now. She might actually be able to beat that commander. Agumon was right. Darumi was stronger than ever. She rushed around the battlefield like a berserker, swinging her weapon in every direction, even charging at the commander without the slightest trace of fear.
Yo, no one can stop me now.
By the time we were able to take stock of our surroundings, we realized the commander was no longer there. Did he just leave? Yeah, seems that way. Had we really won? Somehow it didn't feel real. Relax, he's gone. I don't sense any trace of his presence anymore. Also, this thing Hiroko gave you, her life to get us, is still here, and it's still intact. Yakumo held the suitcase Hiroko had brought from the school. Most likely had a spare of the sponsor suit inside it. We've done what we set out to do. Make no mistake, this is a win for us. It's just, we had to pay a pretty big price for it. Yagumo's gaze wandered to Hiroko's body. It's bad enough that she sustained fatal damage trying to bail Darumi out. But then her cryptoglobin was absorbed by the very person whose life she'd saved. As for Darumi herself, she was just staring blankly up at the sky. Could only imagine how she felt. Having just killed someone who'd been like a sister to her. But before I could say anything, she passed out.
Yeah.
Fuck out. Darumi! Her eyes rolled back on her head and she fell to the ground. Looks like she finally ran out of steam. I'll have to carry her from now, Takumi. I'll dig a grave for Hiroko. He's as good as resting place for her as any. Yakumo began digging with an old piece of wood, and when the hole was big enough, gently lowered Hiroko's body into the ground.
Hiroko. I'm sorry I couldn't save you.
I won't let your sacrifice be in vain. I'll use the suit you worked so hard to get us to figure out the sponsor's weakness, and then
I'll defeat them and end this game. I promise.
we returned to the school, determined to carry on what Hiroko had started. Unfortunately, I have no idea what to even start with tech this weird. Yugamo and I had gone back to my room and looked at the suit, but looking at it was about all we could do. Neither of us knew anything about electronics or wearable technology or whatever it was that made the suit tick. Analyzing how it worked and how to get past its defense was going to be hard, if not impossible. Well, it's a protective suit made out of some kind of specialized material. That's about all I can say. Yeah, I can't figure anything else out either. How can something this flimsy block our attack so completely? We worked so hard to get it. This feels like such a waste.
Hey!
Darn it! If only we had someone with actual engineering knowledge on our side. As if in answer to my exasperated cry, "Sup, Tsubasa?" Someone's here at this hour. Don't think it's a sponsor, do you? It's not totally out of the question. They might have realized we got our hands on a suit just like this. Bell rang again. Pretending I wasn't here would only put off the inevitable. The sponsor was relentless. I'm going to die anyway, I might as well put up a fight here and now. Took a deep breath, opened the door. There she is! Tsubasa? I definitely hadn't expected to see her staying on the other side. Since the game began, everyone except Yugamu and Hiroko had been keeping their distance from me. Tsubasa's eyes were downcast. She looked like she might start to cry at any moment. Hey, what's wrong? Howdy, Tsubasa. You look pretty grief-ridden this evening. Is something bothering you? I'd be glad to listen if you want to talk about it. I have a feeling we're not the kind of people you really want to confide in, though. Yugamu's layback attitude did nothing to put Tsubasa at ease. Eventually, she did speak up on her own.
I'm sorry, Takumi.
Oh shit. Who died?
I'm so sorry.
And all of a sudden, she burst into tears. Calm down, Tsubasa. What's this all about? What are you apologizing for? It's because you didn't let me join your team? You don't have to worry about that. I'm doing fine. No, it's not that. I was there, Takumi. Oh. Hiroko was fighting that commander. I was watching the whole time. Uh-huh. Tsubasa was there too? I wanted to help. If I had activated my Hemoanima, I could have used my car to get Hiroko and Terumi out of there and bring them back to the school. I was so scared I couldn't move. Well, I was wondering what I should do. Oh shit. Now I feel like if we had abandoned both Terumi and Hiroko, maybe what would have happened was Tsubasa then would have saved them, and then she'd be even more like pissed. Hiroko got wounded and then she... I'm sorry, Hiroko. I'm sorry, Takumi. I just stood there and let her die. I know apologizing won't fix this, but... I had no idea what to say. I knew all too well how much it hurt not being able to save someone. That's why I knew nothing I could say would take away that pain. Before I could even try. You're right, Tsubasa. A simple apology isn't going to cut it. Yugamu got there first, speaking in a harsh tone I hadn't heard him use before. You didn't save Hiroko when you had the chance. That also puts our lives in danger. That's not the kind of crime you can just wipe clean. Letting someone die is basically the same as killing them. As you had the gall to give Takumi the cold soldier, at least he still had a shred of human decency in him. That's more than I can say for you. Yugamu, I know you're mad, but that's going too far. Tsubasa already feels terrible. She doesn't need you to make it worse. No, it's fine, Takumi. He's right. I'm always like this. Whenever there's any kind of conflict, I just go with the crowd. When Gaku died, I suspected you because that's what everyone else was doing. The same when you decided to form teams. Everyone said to stay away from you, so that's what I did too. I never stand up and make important decisions for myself. And now Hiroko is dead because of me. Terumi's probably heartbroken too. I could have stopped all that from happening. She really did see everything. She's probably still in shock. I'm a terrible person, aren't I? Treating my friends' lives with so little respect. It's so disgusting. It makes me want to puke. Tsubasa didn't stop from dry heaving. She vomited all over the floor, tears still streaming down her face. You're amazing, Takumi. You jumped right in to fight that commander and try to save Hiroko. Can't believe I've been so awful to you all this time. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Takumi, for everything. I'd be lying if I said I was ready to completely forgive Tsubasa and call it all water on the bridge. But I wasn't going to hold anything against her, not when she was already suffering this much. Just the thought that I was still capable of some kind of compassion was a comfort in itself. You can cry all you want. It's not going to erase what you did. The world wouldn't need the police if atonement was that easy. What's with you today, Yugamu? Tsubasa made some mistakes, but you don't need to be so hard on her. Tsubasa, if you really want to make up for letting Hiroko die, there's just one way.
Indirectly or not, you caused a death. Now you have a duty to save lives instead.
Hell yeah. Save lives? But how do I?
Oh.
Just a suggestion, but how about you join up with me and Takumi? We're working on something that could save everyone, and we just so happen to need someone with your particular skill set. It's kind of like carrying on Hiroko's legacy too. This is what she gave her life for.
Oh.
Of course, I mean putting yourself in a lot of danger, but what do you say? Will you help us? Tsubasa didn't say anything for a while. She stood there staring at her feet. Then she nodded as if she'd come to an important decision. Okay, I don't know what you guys are up to, but if we can save everyone, I'm in. So, what do you want me to do? When Tsubasa said that, Yugamu turned to me and winked. That makes sense. Made her feel worse so she'd feel like she had no choice but to join us to atone. Can't say I like that he manipulated her feelings like that, but we do need all the help we can get. Here's how it is, Tsubasa. I told Tsubasa all about our secret plans. I've been forming an alliance to take down the sponsor and end this game. And now, thanks to Hiroko, we now have a spare of the kind of suit to sponsor war. A spare suit? Whoa, awesome! It's the real thing! I see. Hiroko risked everything to get us this. Yeah, this stuff isn't really our area. We've got no idea what we're supposed to do now that we've learned it. What we're supposed to do with it to learn anything useful. What do you think, Tsubasa? Do we need some kind of special machinery to analyze this thing or what? Maybe we should take it to the metal shop? Don't want anyone to find out what we've got. We've got this, though. Somewhere can investigate without being seen, huh? You might be able to work with that. You see, there's a secret lab. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who knows about it. You guys see it, it'll knock your socks off. It's that crazy? You'll understand once we're there. Come on, I'll take you there now. Follow me. We gathered up the suit and left my room, letting Tsubasa lead the way to the secret lab she found. At the gym? Finally, we arrived at the raised stage area in the gym. This is a secret lab. I guess people don't come here all that often. Pack up, guys. You're gonna fall. Go stand by the edge for a sec. Fall? Fall where? Tsubasa shooed us to the edge of the stage, then kneeled down and began pulling on a broken floorboard. Hurrah! All at once, the board came loose and then... A hole? Peeling back, that one board had somehow made a huge hole appear on the stage. I happened to find a map in this room when I was fixing the corpse recovery drone program using the war room computer. Sorry to have kept it a secret all this time. I always wanted a place like this I could have all to myself. No, you made the right call. Now we have someone we can talk without worrying about being overheard. I'm gonna warn you, try not to be too shocked what you see in there. If you are, try not to scream. It's like an echo chamber down there. Shocked? Scream? Who in the world is in this lab? I don't know if I can explain all that well. It'll be easier to just show you. There's a ladder leaning down. Come on before anyone sees us. Sure. I forgot that she was working on Sirei and all that stuff. Followed Tsubasa down the ladder and into the secret basement room. Sure enough, what greeted us at the bottom was something I'd never have imagined. Oh, it's the escape pod. I had to hold myself back from letting out a wordless cry of surprise. Inside the lab was a large machine that looked like some kind of spaceship. This is the escape pod. I've seen it before, of course, at the end of the first 100 days here, but never expected to see it here like this. Yeah, I was shocked when I first saw it too. I knew it must be the pod you told us about. This place is probably designed to store it safely until it's needed. Is there any chance you can get it working now? I thought of that. It's no good. It's locked up tight. There's no way to get in. You could probably force it open, but you can't exactly go into space with a damaged door. Must have security measures to stop anyone using it before day 100. It's the only time we're allowed to leave the school. Well, we can think about the pod later. Let's concentrate on the suit for now. Do you need any machinery from the metal shop? We could go get it for you. No, I should be fine. There's plenty of gear in here for me to get started. Look around the lab. It was full of miscellaneous machines and equipment, probably stuff Tsubasa brought in already. There are also a lot of weapons for some reason. I figured I'd make these and keep them here for emergencies, just in case we need to hold up in here. I'm sunk some food supplies in too. Help yourself if you get hungry. It's a real stronghold down here. Make a perfect HQ for the Anti-Sponsor Alliance. So, how are you going to investigate the suit's capabilities? Got any experiments in mind? You basically want to know how to break through the suit's defense, right? The fast way to figure that is to try out a bunch of stress tests and see how it holds up. By testing its resistance in stretching, pressure, elastics, and plastic deformation, you can start getting a better idea of its fractured toughness. Deformation? Fracture? Some of those terms were lost on me, but at least one of us knew what we were doing. Okay, well, let's get started. Figuring out the suit's weakness is only the first step. Once we've done that, we're taking the sponsor down. Spent the rest of the night testing and analyzing the suit any way we could. Day 31. Next morning. I made my way to Leisure Lounge where the sponsor was laughing around as usual.
Oh, Takumi Sumino. What are you doing here so early? Did you miss me?
Could say that. I wanted to see you anyway. Do you have time to talk?
What a respectable attitude to take towards someone in my position. But I'll allow it. You're one of the most accomplished hunters after all.
Hunter? Me?
No need to be modest. Just take a look. The results speak for themselves.
Sponsor gestured to one of the bees and brought up a display of the leaderboard. Am I at the top now?
I honestly didn't
Oh no,
expect
second.
you to gain this much of a lead so quickly. The advent of a dark horse like yourself makes this game that much more exciting.
At some point I made it all the way to number 2 in the rankings. Hiroko had been 1 all this time, but now that she's dead, I was catching up.
You've made impressive contributions to my little game. I was just thinking, is there some kind of reward?
Reward, huh? Since we're here, how about you play a game with me?
Very well, if that's what you want. What shall we play? As I said before, I'm grateful to you for becoming such an accomplished hunter. I've even willing to turn a blind eye if you ever want to bend the rules a little.
That actually helps a lot. Because what I want is a duel to the death. I'm going to fight you. I'm going to win. And then, I'm ending this stupid game of yours once and for all.
So it's come to this. Very well. Activate your class armor and Hemoanima. Attack me all you want. Your sword is no more threat to me than a blade of grass.
Sponsor clearly didn't consider themselves in any danger. They stood there ready in absolute confidence, knowing that nothing I could do would hurt them. Nice to be so laid back about, but I won't be attacked with my sword. I'll be using a gun! This crossbow. Crossbow Tsubasa had made with the Gift-O-Matic. Normally using a conventional weapon like this would be pointless, especially against an invincible opponent like the sponsor.
Fool, what are you thinking? turning something like that on me. Such instance will not stand. A hunter should use Hemoanima.
Just like that, the sponsor's confidence demeanor vanished and they began to panic. Looks like we were right about the suit's weakness. It's literally... We performed every type of stress test we could think of on the spare last night and discovered something very interesting. I knew it. The suit isn't actually all that strong. It'll distort from just a little force, and it's not that much tougher than a regular protective suit. A long knife or something could probably cut through it pretty easily. That doesn't make sense, though. The suit is that weak. Why didn't any of our attacks work on it? Is the spare one a fake? Maybe it's actually different from the sponsor's one. No, it's a real thing. The material's the same as what the sponsor wears anyway. So why is this one so much weaker? I think it's not weak so much as built for purpose. What do you mean? Ever since I saw this suit, something about it has been bothering me. Looks like some kind of protective gear. So what is it supposed to protect its wearer from? I'm not sure I follow. Workers at nuclear power plants wear suits to protect themselves from radiation, right? And firefighters wear ones to protect them against high temperatures, and divers have ones for water pressure. Protective suits are made with specialized hazards in mind. Stuff that's only a threat in certain environments and scenarios. There's not a lot of use outside of those scenarios. If you ever felt an actual radiation suit, they're basically paper thin. I think it's safe. It's the same with this suit. It's designed to protect users against one particular threat and nothing else. Protective gear for a specific threat. I desperately tried to think over what Tsubasa had said and what it could mean. What kind of scenario was the suit built for? It was obviously enough to protect the sponsor from our attacks. First thing we fought them, we'd attacked with every bit of Hemoanima we could muster. By the end of our assault, the sponsor was still standing without having taken a slight bit of damage. It's like our attacks, our Hemoanima had no effect on it at all. And then it hit me, like a bolt from the blue. I knew what that suit was for. I knew what threat it was guarding against. Of course, the suit is... The suit's designed to repel any and all Hemoanima attacks. But the trade-off is that it's weak against regular attacks, isn't it?
Your imagination in the world. I'm invincible. Your pitiful intellect cannot hope to understand my power.
Sponsor's voice was calm, but they were clearly shaken. No doubt we were right about this.
Hey!
I wish I'd noticed it sooner. Suit only blocked Hemoanima attacks, not physical ones. It was such a simple weakness, but I could see why I hadn't thought of it until now. First encounter with the sponsor totally demoralized us. We attacked with them with everything we had, our very strongest attacks. And not one of them had worked. This person's invincible. It's no use trying to fight them. That was the idea that had been implemented in our heads that day. After sowing that seeds of doubt, we all accepted that we had no choice but to do what the sponsor said. But now we know the truth. Once a trick is exposed, the con artist behind it is all finished. Just like this game.
I'm warning you, Takumi. Stand down and we can forget this ever happened.
This is for my friends! Pulled the trigger and fired off 3 arrows in quick succession. They pierced the suit and buried themselves in the sponsor's body. There was no hiding it now. My attack had clearly done some damage. There were holes in the suit now. We weren't dealing with an invincible opponent after all.
We did it! Did you see, Hideko? We broke through the sponsor's defenses.
Not bad, Takumi Sumino. I'll confess, I didn't think you'd ever figure out the secret of my suit. For this, at least, I must congratulate you.
Gee, thanks. It's an honor. It's your death I want, not compliments.
Huh? Me die? Don't be ridiculous. The game has only just begun. And you'll forget something, Takumi. This suit isn't the only weapon I have at my disposal. I still have...
Bees! I heard familiar cacophony of buzzing and beating wings as the bees flew down from the ceiling. They sound angry. Broken a rule, after all. I'd injured the sponsor.
My suit may not be an immovable object, but my bees are an unstoppable force as ever. What now, Takumi Sumino? Do you think you can defend against this?
No, there's nothing I can do against your bees. If they attack now, I'd be riddled with holes and have every last ounce of my blood drained. If they attacked me, that is. That's why I'm tagging in. Good work, Takumi. Oh, shit. You played your part beautifully. But against someone with proper protection, things wouldn't be so simple.
Who are you? Why do you have that suit?
It's me, Yugamu Omakage. Guess you can't tell because of the voice, huh? Apparently a voice changer comes as standard with these suits. This one's distorted Yagamu's voice to sound just like the sponsors. We decided to borrow one of your precious suits for a little while. Seems like the best way to stop me getting turned into a pincushion. Beast things were powerful, that much was true. That was because they've been augmented with Hemoanima. Despite a tough and grandiose appearance, it doesn't quite have the hardness to match. The joints snap out in place if you even look at them wrong, and the stinger comes off without much of an effort.
Oh.
It's as fragile as life itself. It can't be so weak. These killed Kurara like it was nothing. Their bodies are likely enhanced by some supernatural means when they are still alive. Supernatural. In other words, Hemoanima. The suits repelled any and all Hemoanima attacks. With Yakumo wearing one, the bees were no threat at all. You and that suit have given us a lot of trouble. Now you're using the same technology to defeat you. You know how it is. What goes around comes around.
Insolence, this will not stand. Don't you realize who I am? I am the one who spreads death across the planet. The all-seeing, the all-knowing Game Master, I.
Yeah, I'm going to have to cut you off there. We really don't have time to listen to your final monologue. I'll take it from here, Takumi. Go. Right. We both started running. I ran for the door while Yugamu charged right towards the sponsor. The beast dutifully fell in to protect their master, but all in vain. Yugamu swallowed them aside with one swipe of his arm, killing them instantly. The suit made them the worst possible opponent for them to go up against. Finally, Yugamu reached the sponsor. And then he opened his clenched fist to reveal he was holding something. All it takes is one little hole to render protective gear practically useless. So the first thing we need to do is open a hole in the sponsor's suit. Any one of these ranged weapons should be enough to do that. Right. If the suit is weak against physical damage, a gun should do the trick. No marksman, though. Practically more likely to hit my target with something like a crossbow. Once the suit is torn, the sponsor won't be immune to cryptoglobin attacks anymore. That's where this comes in. Stuff this bomb in the hole and the sponsor will get burned to a crisp. Spasa held out a tiny mechanical sphere. This baby's filled with undying flames. All it needs is a little impact to detonate it. It's basically a downgraded version of the one we used on Vexnex. I could only make one, so I only get one shot at this. If one of those bombs could destroy Vexnest, they could destroy anyone. That included the sponsor, whoever they really were. We had our plan. All that was left was to assign roles and iron out the details. Spasa would stand ready with a fire extinguisher outside the leisure lounge in case anything went wrong. I used a crossbow to puncture a hole in the sponsor's suit. Yugamu would be the one to handling the most dangerous part of the plan. Actually detonating the bomb. You sure about this, Yugamu? You'll have to get really close to the sponsor to put the bomb in their suit in the first place. If anything goes wrong, you'll be left wide open. Don't worry about that. I'm really good at ramming stuff in holes that look like they're about too small to fit. Yugamu. Phrasing, my dude. There's an obvious that's what she said joke in here, Yugamu. I'm trying to be serious here. I'm going to have to ask you to stick to the matter at hand. Sure thing, Takumi. Or you can be the one to sticking it to me if you prefer. You know me, I swing both ways. Stay on topic, please. I did not know he swung both ways. Actually, I don't think he mentioned it outright. I think it was just kind of like assumed or whatever. Despite his usual devil-may-care attitude, I could tell Yugamu was serious. His fists were clenched tight. He was determined to end this game. Even if it meant risking his own life killing the sponsor. He was prepared to do what needed to be done. Yeah, because the thing's still set to... It's still set up to students who die outside of defensive battles won't get revived.
Don't you dare touch me with those filthy hands!
Undaunted Yugamu grabbed hold of the sponsor. He slipped the miniature bomb into the hole of the suit and then... Will we know who's behind this once it's all done? One little hit and the undying flame enveloped the sponsor's entire body. Our tormentor writhed in pain, convulsing like a crazed dancer. At some point, the sponsor's vocal cords must have burned away. They weren't screaming anymore, just making hollow, choking noises. Even with the flames eating away at every fiber of their being, the sponsor held on to life for as long as they could. But finally, without one last unnatural, almost inhumane scream, the flames still licking at their body, they collapsed onto the floor. Tsubasa and I stepped back into the lounge, and we stood there with Yugamu watching the sponsor burn. Didn't want to risk taking our eyes off them in case they suddenly came back to life somehow. Fear rooted us to the spot. We had to be sure. We needed to see this person die. They're really dead now, aren't they? Yeah, no one could possibly survive that. And we really won. We won. The moment I said the words, it suddenly felt a lot more real. Taking down the invincible sponsor and end the invader hunt. Yo, what the hell's all this noise in here? We heard a weird voice shouting "yeah" or something. It sounded like nails on a chalkboard. There was an explosion too. The others all came running in. The sponsor's death cries must have echoed all throughout the school. Takumi Tsubasa! What are you guys doing? Get over here! That's right. You have to get away from sponsor. Oh, of course. With Yugamu wearing the suit, they think he's the sponsor. Hey guys, you picked the perfect time to join us. Come warm yourselves by the fire. Fire? Well, it looks like there's a person in there. Vile fiend, did you incinerate one of our friends for your sick entertainment? This has gone far enough. It is time for the Holy Jumanji sword to cut you down. Wait, Koshika. I don't think that's the sponsor. It's Yugamu. Now that you mention it, it does sound like him. What's the deal? What's going on here? If Yugamu's the sponsor and the sponsor's Yugamu, then who the heck am I? Takumi Tsubasa, got some explaining to do. If that's Yugamu in the suit, where did the real sponsor go? Just stay calm, okay? I'll explain everything. I took everyone through what our team had been doing. Starting with me, Yugamu and Hiroko forming our secret alliance. And how Hiroko somehow knew a way for us to get our hands on a spare version of the suit the sponsor wore. That first mission had succeeded, but at the cost of Hiroko's life. Then Tsubasa joined the alliance and figured out the suit's weakness, allowing us to put this plan to action. So you see, don't have to worry about scores or executions anymore. It's over. We won. Thought they'll be happy to hear this. We just free them from the life and death struggle we've been in since this game began, after all. What is wrong? Oh, what's the matter, guys? Is it really over, though?
Yeah!
The sponsor was so strong before. It's hard to believe you killed them just like that. Right. And we didn't see it happen for ourselves. Oh, mother, fuck off! I don't think we're lying to you, do you? No, it's not that. It's just... It's more like all this is happening so fast, and we weren't there for so much of it. It doesn't feel real, you know. And I was the one who was supposed to avenge Lady Carrara. Well, this was not the reaction I was expecting. I'm not expecting for a victory party or anything, but you can at least relax now. The sponsor's gone. Oh, this is a real mood killer. You guys are gonna need some time, huh? Let's call it here for the day. You can always accept your praise and adoration later. With things still feeling awkward between us and the other teams, we went our separate ways and I returned to our main room. Is it just a charred corpse? Is it just charred? Are we not gonna see who was in the suit? Motherfuckers. Bing bong. That is... Oh, never mind.
Adam troops, time to rise and shine. Get ready for your 31st day of active service here at Last Defense
really
Academy.
over, though?
Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
The morning announcement played just as I got back to my room. Oh! It wasn't... It was early... Oh, right. I guess it was early in the morning, huh? Well, I think this is probably a good spot to end things here, guys, because, yeah, we'll probably get the fallout and everything in the next part. So, thank you all so much for watching this video. Guys, if you liked the video, please give that like button a click. And comment down below what you like about the video, didn't like about the video. And let me know, guys, what do you think of the end of Sponsor? Is it really the end of him? I guess we'll see. So many questions. What's going to go on? What's going to happen with Darumi? What's going to happen with everyone else? I don't know. Who was the sponsor? Will we look at the charred body? I don't know. Will we give Ava her mask finally, now that we don't have to worry about it? Guess we'll find out. So, yeah. As always, guys, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a beat. And subscribe to the main channel, too. That's in the description below. As well as follow me on Twitter. Both my main Twitter, the RG Kim Kid Twitter, are in there, too. Thank you all so much for watching once again. And I'll see you all next time.